Hello guys and welcome to the first episode of How to CS2. In this first episode we will talk about how to anchor on Vertigo B-side. So before we talk about how you should position yourself in the rounds or what you should do when the enemies do this or that, we have to talk about what's the job of an anchor generally and what's the job of an anchor on B-side Vertigo. The job of an anchor is pretty easy to understand because it's literally in the name. You are an anchor. So imagine yourself being anchored to this bomb site and you can't leave this bomb site. That's generally the job of an anchor, to make it really simple. But what does that actually mean? As an anchor you have to not leave your site until you see the bomb being planted on the other side of the map, or if it's a 5v1 or 5v2 and the last two enemies are executing on A or whatever, that's your job as an anchor. You don't leave your site until the bomb is planted on the other side, or you have to play for retake on your own side. But that's when you have to go into team play and communicate with your team. If there are any lurkers on your side, you have to take care of them. That means you don't leave the B side because, of course, there can be 3 people on A, but what if someone is lurking up on B, sees the site is completely clear, just needs to throw one simple flash, maybe one Molotov, and the site is completely open for his team that can rotate down from A to B and have a completely open site. That's why you can't leave B as an anchor. The other job as an anchor is to get information about whether the Ts are executing on your side, or if they are boosting, or if they are just trying to lurk and fake on your side of the map. That's pretty important to know for you, because you can communicate that to your teammates and maybe tell them to stick A because you know, okay, it's just one guy on B that's throwing util alone and he's just trying to fake you out on the execute. So now that we've talked about job as an B anchor on Vertigo, we can talk about how you should start the round and what's your positioning in the mid round. So as you can see, these are the 5 CT spawns on CT Vertigo. So if you decide that you wanna fight B early in the round, you need to have one of these 2 spawns, because if you have one of these spawns, it can really mess up your timings with the Ts, because the Ts also have very good spawns to rush B, like this one from here. He has pretty much the same timing on this fight here as you have with one of these 2 spawns. That's why you only go if you want to fight with these 2 spawns and you don't take fights with these 3. At the start of the round, the most default util that you can throw is you're gonna go here, jump, left click a Molotov into this B main area deep, or if you don't want to do this, you can just bounce it off this wall so it lands in the entrance, and you can also hear if someone has walked in, and because he ticks with the Molotov. This deep one it's generally okay if they are not rushing, but if they are rushing, the first guy or maybe the first 2 guys can go through the molly with 1 or 2 ticks, but the complete rest is mollied off because it spreads very far in. So you have like a 1-on-2 or 1-on-1 here with the guys, or you can hear it and just fall back, nade them, and that's generally the best starting for the B side. If you're scared of rushes, you can pair this Molotov with a flashbang that lands right under the stairs. Lands right here. If the Ts are rushing in, they will be fully flashed from this flash. You can pair this flash with your Molotov. So you just, at start of the round, run here, flash, take out your molly down there. And if you hear them ticking, you know maybe they are rushing, so just fall back. You can also nade when you're falling back and take other positions against the rush. What do you do if the Ts are throwing this meta util? This smoke is pretty meta at the moment because Ts can lurk around it. They can go out here, they can go out here, they can also go onto this, and fight you. This extinguishes every Molotov that you throw down here, so the one that's going inside of the stair room, and this one outside of the stair room is smoked as well because it bounces off this wall and lands in this molly. So, what is your counterplay against this smoke here? Pro players usually either counter it with a Molotov that lands towards second stairs, so towards the second floor of the stairs. It's not extinguished by the smoke. If you don't want to waste your Molotov, you can also just throw a nade into the smoke on timing. So here's the smoke. T's are trying to get in, and you wait like 1-2 seconds, then you bounce this nade off the wall into the smoke. If you have a second player, if you have the rotation player on B side, you can also fight with this nade. So you know, okay, they are defaulting with the smoke, you just go here, nade, and then go fight because the nade is popping up the whole smoke, and you can fight into the smoke because the T's might be surprised by your nade. Another option against the smoke is to just do nothing. You can just concede this B stairs area and then throw nades on timing. Like, you know, okay, you've waited like 10 seconds, maybe they are going for a boost, so you just Molotov the boost. And you hear, okay, are they close under the stairs? Or you think they're gonna go upstairs slowly and contact play you. You just throw a nade. Everyone that's here just takes massive damage. Or you think they are setting up util from here or from here. You just use your utility to counter their play. So you save it at the start of the round, you don't molly, you don't nade, and you just throw it to counter the enemies on their play. Another play that can get you some kills at the start of the round, you throw this molly that I showed you earlier, and then you go close and hold the smoke on this side. Because, of course, they can go out of this side on the smoke and edge the smoke, like you see in pro play often, because you don't get molly ticks when you're at the edge of the smoke, but you can see everything. But they could be lurking out of here, and you could just spray them down, fall back, you have 1 kill, it's 5v4, and the round's pretty much over. Let's go over the positioning in the mid round. Where should you be standing in the mid round after you have done your initial util and fallen back? We will start from close to wide, so we start off the first position, that's danger or wood, or how you want to call it. Most people play it like this. They are holding this boost because you can see the heads of the guys boosting when they are still crouched at the start of the boost, so you can just get a free kill here. If you are afraid of them boosting, you can play this angle. And it's also good to take mid-round control of B stairs or mid-round info on B stairs. You're just gonna hide here as the B player, and your B rotator is gonna go onto side, throw a flashbang from side. He's just gonna aim on the right side of this one. Left kick throw. The flash bounces on the stairs and goes into B stairs. When this flash pops, the B anchor is gonna stand here, jump up onto this wood, and take fights. So maybe they're playing close here, maybe they are staying on the stairs, or they're just in the entrance. Everything here will be flashed. Of course, you can also pair this with a Molotov. So you can just throw this Molotov so no one can stand under you. Then the flash is gonna fly in. After the flash you pick up, and everyone that was here, maybe it was the B-lurker standing there, getting mollied, he's running out to this side, the flash is popping, and you are just picking, free fragging him. One problem of this position is that this is very likely to be mollied mid-round or before people are executing on B side, because this is just easily mollied with 1 Molotov. So, When should you use this danger or wood position? Generally, I would say if you're scared of them boosting mid-round because they've done it twice or maybe 3 times in this game already, you can play this close position. But you need someone playing with you on site, because if you die here and no one is close to rotating, the site is just lost and the round probably is over. Also, this position is very good if you want to take mid-round information on B stairs. As well, you need a rotator to play with you, who's gonna flash you in, you take the fight, and after the fight you usually fall off. So for the second position, we're gonna talk about this between white and pillar off angle, holding here. From this position you can catch lurkers trying to go up the stairs, or guys trying to peek here to catch people playing pillar or behind white. Or you can maybe also catch the boosters, or guys boosting on wood here. This is the POV of guys lurking up B side. You're probably gonna check this, you're gonna check pillar, headshot, and when they try to cross to check side default, you're gonna pop off. And then you have basically a free kill, because no one is prioritizing checking this before they are checking default. Usually. Of course, there are people that are fully aware of this position and gonna play the widest angle and try to clear white first like this, but they're so exposed to the right side of headshot as well, because before they can see you, the guys in headshot can see them. Of course, they can play like this and then go here, but for real, no one is doing this in your Face-It games. You can just believe me on this one. This position is very good to catch lurkers, or to get flashed in from a teammate who's flashing in front of white and then you're just swinging left maybe. Or you can also just go up close and get flashed in, like creeping up white, flashes popping, pop, and you're just peeking and killing them. The problem about this position is that you're in a very bad position if the enemies are executing. Because probably they're either gonna flash up here from middle, or they're gonna flash behind white. And I can maybe show you this flash. They're flashing like this. You will see, if you're holding this angle and I reflow the flash, you're just fully blind. You're blinded for 5.1 seconds and you can't really see the flash. Now you can see it and now it pops. Like, there's no way you're gonna dodge this flash. So you're gonna be aware of them executing, because if you don't know they're executing, you're probably just dead in this position, and if you don't have a fast rotator, this round is just over. The next position I've seen Sin play is this position behind double boxes. He's gonna crouch here and hold this wood boost that he's sometimes trying. So they're gonna boost up from this generator or these sheets here. Then they're gonna be up on wood. And when they try to jump up, you can see them, or even if they are just standing like this, you can see their heads already. And occasionally, when you're holding this angle, you wanna take info by crouch jumping up here, standing up and fighting. Why are you doing this crouch jumping fighting? It's because obviously you can't see them creeping up here, and you can't see them boosting up here, which is really bad. If they're boosting up, you have like a very small time frame where this guy can just go behind white. So to avoid this, you really have to occasionally jump up here. And when you're taking this peek, you have to be aware that there can be a head of the boost. So don't just don't just lazy peek and look, say like, okay, yeah, I didn't see anyone on stairs, I just go back down. You have to look at this position as well, because he's gonna aim towards default, and when he sees you popping up there, he will just flick and kill you. This position, I think, is really good if you're playing solo, if you have maybe two guys aggressing mid, so you are solo for like 15-20 seconds and you don't have a fast rotator. It's a really good position, because if you see one guy on the jump peak, you kill him, and if you know, okay, there are more, you can easily just go back down, smoke yourself up, off, maybe you still have your Molotov, you can molly behind white, and you are Gucci against the execute, because where are they gonna come? They're gonna rush through the smoke? Yeah, you're just gonna get free kills. So this position is very good if you're playing alone on site. The next position you often see in pro play is this pillar position. People are either fully hiding here when they have someone holding the cross or holding a flashbang, or you see them holding this angle, or maybe you're also seeing jiggles towards this side and against this peak from under here. Why is this position so good? This position is good because you can get free kills if you have support from your teammates. They can just be standing on Guardian, dropping a flash like this behind white, and everything that's standing on stairs will be full flashed, and with this flash you will just wait for it, pop, you will go out and frag everything that's standing on the stairs. The same goes with a flash that's popping in front of you, in front of pillar. They just go here, they take a little step forward, flash, this flash pops in front of the pillar, you will stand here, the flash is flying, pop, and you can peek on left side, of course, or on the right side. This flash is obviously very good if they are already executing and maybe they are close to here, starting to clear out these closer positions, and maybe someone is walking wide trying to clear you out because they know or they think you are in this position because they didn't see anyone else on the side. So that's a very good flash to kill guys creeping up that are already in the execute. One problem of this position is that you always or very often get mollied here. Of course you can just smoke the molly and you're super fine, and your premate from generator or from Guardian can smoke you out if you don't have a smoke yourself, and then you can just chill here. You have another option to just flash yourself out. It's a left and right click throw. If you want to peek to the left side, you do it on the left side. If you want to peek out to the right side, you do it on the right side. Left and right click throw. Not like this. Left and right click throw. Pops on top of this pillar. And guys that are either coming up from this side won't see this flash. When you throw it to the right side, you see it there. You see it for like, not even half a second. Or not even 0.2 seconds. And this guy here is fully blinded. He's creeping up, he's never gonna see this flash. He's full blind for 4.4 seconds. You can run out and kill this guy. Same goes for guys creeping up here. If you're flashing on the left side from the pillar position, he's gonna be fully blind and he won't see this flash coming because it's creeping up behind these pillars, guys. So they are covered. This position is pretty good if you expect the enemies to either have a slow lurk that's just going around here, checking everything here, and then maybe in the lower elos don't check pillar. So you have a free frag if you're standing here holding this angle. Or it's very good against executes, because sometimes it's so chaotic in the fights at the executes that they just forget about pillar or they molly you, so you just smoke yourself, and after you smoked yourself, your mate is gonna flash you and you just have free fights because everyone is like, oh yeah, he's smoke pillar, he's pillar, and they are holding you, running out of the smoke. Flash is popping, you're full flashed, and yeah, you're just running out, free fragging, mad fragging. So this position, very good if you have support from your teammates, not so good if you're alone on site and the enemies are executing. Useful utility for A rotations. Of course, the enemies are not gonna execute B every round. There are gonna be some rounds that you have to play the retake on A. And some utility that I wanna show you is pretty simple. So almost everything is from this position. You just go in the corner, you have a nade for the plant. If you are in time, you can nade the planter. It's gonna take huge damage. Another useful utility is you're gonna line up this middle with this pillar thing here. You can even use this reticle if you want to. You just left click throw, and this smoke is gonna land here. And this one is very key if you wanna retake in an after plant. Because the bomb usually is planted in default. People are gonna try and play this ramp position and try to fight you when you're going to plant, defuse. But this smoke totally covers them. If you have a second smoke from your teammates, you can just do the same smoke a bit to the left, and you will have a smoke wall. This covers everything, so they can't really do anything if they are on this ramp side. Of course, they can go up sandbags, but if somebody is playing up sandbags, I will show you. You can clearly see him, and this is just a free frag. Because you don't have to look at anything. You can just go around, here and always hold sandbags because you don't see through the smoke anyway, so you just have to hold sandbags, and one or two guys can hold gap, and you're super fine. If you wanna pair this with Molotov, you can throw this smoke. You can line up with this dot. Wait, let me take an op. With this screw or whatever this is on the height of this yellow T. Just go a bit to the left, run forward, jump throw, and you have a molly for sandbags. You can also throw lineups that land on top of the sandbags and burn on top of sandbags. They are a bit harder. You have to train them a bit, but if you can consistently throw them, I would recommend you to throw these Molotovs, because if this is mollied and they are jumping up here and they are not mollied on here, they can just hold you and you think, yeah, sandbags is clear, and maybe they get a free frag onto you. So you have this nade for the planter, you have this smoke for the retake, and then this Molotov. This is the retake utility that you need to know as B anchor to have a chance in retakes on A. I hope this video helped you play better on B side Vertigo, and I hope it helped you understanding the position of an anchor a bit more. If it did, I would love if you would subscribe to me, give this video a like, and comment what you want to see next. See you next time, guys.